Hey everyone, you ever look at the cooking oils in your kitchen and wonder, are these actually good for me? Well, today we're digging into one that's been around for centuries and, believe it or not, is making a huge comeback: wood-pressed mustard oil. We're about to see how ancient wisdom is getting a big thumbs up from modern science in some really surprising ways. So, I want to start with just one number. A single, powerful number from a major scientific study: 71%. I mean, just think about that for a second. What on earth could be that effective in our day-to-day lives? That's it. A 71% drop in the risk of coronary heart disease. And get this was for people who used mustard oil to fry their food, compared directly against folks using sunflower oil. That is a massive, staggering difference. Okay, so a claim like that, you've got to ask, where is this coming from, right? Because this isn't just some random headline. It's actually backed by some very serious research that put this traditional oil under the microscope. So the evidence comes from this landmark study, a big collaboration between the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, that's AIIMS, and researchers over in the US. And this was no small-time trial. We're talking about a huge study across multiple centers that really dug into different cooking oils. And the results, which they published in the Journal of Preventive Cardiology, well, they really turned our understanding of cooking fats on its head. Now, what's so cool about this is the sciencey language. A relative risk of 0.29 basically means that the people using mustard oil had less than a third of the risk of developing heart disease. So that 71% number we kicked off with? Yep, this is the hard data right here. But, and this is maybe the most important part of this whole thing, not all mustard oil is the same. Not even close. The secret to its power isn't just in the mustard seed itself, but in how the oil is actually made. So the method is called kachi gani, and the name itself kind of tells you the whole story. Kachi means raw, and gani is the wooden press. It's this ancient technique that's all about preserving the good stuff, not about getting every last drop of oil out as fast as possible. And this gentle four-step process is what really sets it apart. It's all designed to protect the oil's natural goodness. You know, the seeds are dried by the sun, not blasted with heat. They're pressed super slowly in a wooden mill to keep the temperature way down, and there are zero chemicals. The oil is just left to settle on its own and then filtered. Just look at this comparison. It makes the difference so clear. Wood pressing keeps the temperature really low, under 50 degrees Celsius, which saves up to 90% of the natural vitamin E. Meanwhile, refined oils are heated way past 200 degrees and use chemical solvents, which pretty much destroys most of those amazing nutrients. Okay, so now let's get into the nutritional code that makes this oil such a champion for your heart. It's not just about the bad stuff that's missing, it's about the incredible balance of the good stuff that's in it. So if you look at its makeup, most of the fats are the good kind of unsaturated fats. That's 60% monounsaturated and 21% polyunsaturated. But the real magic, the secret sauce, is hidden inside that smaller polyunsaturated slice. This right here is the key. Mustard oil has a nearly perfect balance of omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids. Now, compare it to something like soybean oil, which is just loaded with omega-6. And why does that matter so much? Well, a diet that's way too heavy on omega-6 can actually promote inflammation in the body. And according to the researchers, this ideal ratio is pretty much the #1 reason for its incredible heart protective effects. By giving you a balanced dose of both of these essential fatty acids, it helps keep inflammation under control, which is a major driver of heart disease. But wait, the benefits don't just stop with your heart. Turns out this oil is also a really powerful natural protector against microbes and inflammation, and it's all thanks to some really unique compounds. Check this out. This is a fantastic piece of data. Research found that it's 10 times more effective than even cinnamon oil at killing bacteria. That makes it one of nature's most powerful antimicrobial agents. So, what exactly gives it this superpower? It's a compound called AITC, or allyl isothiocyanate. This is the natural defender that gives mustard that pungent kick you know and love. It basically goes on the attack against harmful bacteria like E. coli and Salmonella, breaking down their cell walls and stopping them dead in their tracks. So just think about it for a second. When you combine the anti-inflammatory effect of those perfectly balanced omega-3s with the bacteria-fighting power of AITC, you get this incredible 1-2 punch against inflammation, which we know is a root cause of so many modern health problems. Okay, so with all these amazing benefits, you're probably thinking, all right, what's the catch, right? It sounds a little too good to be true. And yeah, there has been some controversy around it. Let's just tackle the biggest concern you might have heard about head on, and that's a compound called erucic acid. Some countries have actually set limits on it in food, and it's worth understanding why. So here's the breakdown. The concern really started with some early studies on rats that showed some heart issues. But here's the thing. We now know that human metabolism is very, very different from a rat's. And while, yeah, some countries do have limits, the real-world evidence from a place like India, where it's been a dietary staple for centuries, shows huge cardiovascular benefits, not harm. So let's just boil this all down to the key things you need to remember. To get all these benefits, you absolutely have to choose the right kind, that wood-pressed Kachigani oil. When you do that, you're getting amazing heart protection from that omega balance, you're getting powerful natural protectors, and hey, as a nice little bonus, it has a high smoke point, which makes it fantastic for all kinds of cooking. So what's the final verdict here? I mean, is this all about embracing some ancient wisdom, or is it about trusting modern science? Which one is it? Well, for wood-pressed mustard oil, you don't actually have to choose. The latest, greatest scientific evidence is brilliantly confirming what ancient culinary traditions seem to have known all along. It's really the perfect case where science doesn't replace wisdom, it just explains it.